Hello everyone. Today we are going to complete our last exercise of our first chapter, exercise 1.4. So let us start. Question number 1. Evaluate each of the following. It means we have to find the answer. First one is given minus 50 divided by 5. Here we have to divide 50 by 5. So minus 50 divided by 5. If we divide, we know that 5 tens are 50. So 10. And one number is given negative, second one is positive. So answer will be in negative. Or you can say that when we divide a negative integer by a positive integer, we first divide them as whole numbers and then put minus sign before the question. Here this one line I have written for you to understand. No need to write in your copies. So when we divide a negative integer by a positive integer, we first divide them as whole numbers and then put minus sign before the quotient. Second one, 84 divided by minus 21. Again we have to divide 84 divided by minus 21 by using division method. So we know that 21 fours are 84. And you can see here one number is positive, second one is negative integer. So answer will be as negative. So when we divide a positive negative by a negative integer, we'll put the minus sign before the quotient. Third one, minus 96 divided by minus 8. Then if we divide, so we know that 8 12s are 96 and here both are negative integer. So minus is cancelled by minus. So answer will be plus 12, positive. So when we divide a negative integer by a negative integer, first we'll divide them as whole number. It means first we'll divide 96 by 8. After then we'll put positive sign before the quotient. So first we have to divide the integers. After that we have to solve their signs. Fourth one, same, minus 311 divided by minus 311. Both are equal. It means if we divide, we'll get the answer 1. And both are negative integer. So minus is cancelled by second minus. So answer will be in positive. So we can say that minus is cancelled by minus. So answer will be plus 1. Then question number 5. 19 divided by minus 5 plus 4. Here minus 5 plus 4 is given in bracket. It means first you have to solve this one. So 19 minus of 5 plus 4. First it means we have to solve this. So minus 5 plus 4 means minus plus minus. It means 5 minus 4. So 5 minus 4 is 1 and sign will be according to the bigger number and here bigger number is 5. So its sign is of minus. So answer will be in minus 1. Now we have to divide 19 by minus 1. So 19 divided by minus 1. So it will be minus 19. As we have seen in previous question that when we divide a positive integer by a negative integer, we will first divide them as whole numbers. Then we'll put the sign of minus before the quotient. Quotient means the final answer. Then 6th one, 0 divided by minus 17. So 0 divided by minus 17 will be 0. As we have seen before that division, properties of division, if 0 is divided by any integer, the answer will be as 0. So when we divide 0 by a negative integer, it will give 0. Then 7th one, minus 53 divided by minus of 50 plus minus 3. So here again we'll solve the bracket one. So minus 53 as it is we have to write, then divide minus 50. We know that plus into minus 3. Then minus 53 divided by minus plus. So 50 plus 3, 53 and sign will be of minus. So if we divide minus 53 by minus 53, we'll get the same answer. We'll get the answer as 1. Or we can say that when we divide a negative integer by a negative integer, we'll first divide them as whole number. It means first we'll divide 53 by 53. After dividing, we have to put the positive sign before the quotient as minus is cancelled by the minus of denominator. So question number 8, 9th and 10th, it's your homework. Now question number 2, verify that a divided b plus c is not equal to a divided by b plus a divided by c for each of the following values of a, b and c. So here you can see that the value of a is minus 16, b 4, c is equal to 4. Here we have to verify that a divided b plus c is not equal to a divided by b plus a divided c. So first we will take the LHS, means a divided b plus c, and in this we will put the value of ABC. So from the question, a divided b plus c is not equal to a divided by b plus a divided c. This one we have to show it. So given a minus 16, b 4 and c 4. So first we will take LHS. LHS is a divided b plus c. Now we have to put the value of ABC in this LHS side. So a is minus 16 divided by bracket 4 plus 4. So first we will solve the bracket number. So minus 16 divided by 4 plus 4, 8, and if we divide minus 16 by 8, we'll get the answer minus 2. So minus 2 is the answer of LHS. Now I'll find the value of RHS side, means a divided by b plus a divided by c. So a value is minus 16 divided by b means 4 plus a is minus 16 and c value is also 4. So first we'll solve the bracket one. So first we'll divide minus 16 by 4. So 4 4s are 16 and sign will be of minus. Then plus as it is, then again minus 16 divided by 4, minus 4. So minus 4 plus into minus, minus 4. We know that minus minus plus. So 4 plus 4, 8, but sign will be of minus. So this is the value of RHS side. Now we will compare this. So by comparing LHS and RHS, what we get? LHS is minus 2 and RHS is minus 8. So we can say that minus 2 is not equal to minus 8 or LHS is not equal to RHS. Hence the given values are verified. Hence we proved that we have seen that a divided by b plus c is not equal to a divided by b plus a divided by c. Then question number 2, it's your homework. You have to solve like this only as question number 1. Then question number 3, fill in the blanks. First one, 297 divided by dash is equal to 297. Here we have to find a number. If we divide that 297 by that number, we should get the answer 297. So let assume that missing number be x. Here we can assume that the missing number which is not given be x. So in place of missing number you have to write here x, which is equal to 297. Now we have to find the value of x. It means we have to take 297 to this RHS side. Here you can see 297 is given in divide. If we take to RHS side, so it is given that 297 divided by x is equal to 297. Here we have to find the value of x. You know that if x is given in multiplication, in this side so it will change into, in this side it is given in divide, so here it will change into multiplication. It means it will come as 297 is equal to 297 into x. But we have to find the value of only x. Now 297 here in this side it is given into multiplication, so here it will change into divide. Means x is equal to 297 upon 297, so x is equal to 1. Or directly also you can write that if we divide 297 by 1, we get the same answer as 297. Second one, minus 85 divided by minus 1. So let us assume the missing integer be x. Then minus 85 divided by x is equal to minus 1. Here again we have to find the value of x. So here minus 85 in this side, if we do x will change into multiplication in this side. Now here minus 1 is given in multiplication with x. So we have to take again to this side. So it will change into divide. So minus into minus cancel and answer will be plus 85. Or we can say that if we divide minus 85 by plus 85, so we'll get this answer minus 1. Then minus 405 divided by dash, which is equal to 1. Here you can see that by which number we should divide to minus 405 to get the answer 1. It means if we get the same answer 1, so we have to divide by minus 405 only. So again let us assume the missing integer be x. Then minus 405 divided by x is equal to 1. So x is equal to minus 405 divided by 1. So x is minus 405. So if we divide minus 405 by minus 405, we'll get the same answer as 1. Nothing here to do. First here to take this x into that side, so it will change into multiplication. After changing into multiplication, you can see that one more number is there with x. So if any number is given multiplication in this side, it will change into divide to next other side. So you have to divide here. Then D, minus 97 divided by 97. Directly also we can say that if we divide by minus 1, we will get the answer. Minus into minus by minus, it will cancel, and 97 divided by 1, it will be 97. So let the missing integer be x. So minus 97 divided by x is equal to 97. As we have done before, minus 97 here it will come in. This will change into divide. So x is equal to minus 1. Then question number F, G and H. These are your homework. Now question number 5. In a test, plus 5 marks are given for every correct answers and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. So first one, Radhika answered all the questions and scored 30 marks, though she got the 10 correct answer. Here it is given. This type of question already we have solved in the previous exercise. So let us solve it once again. Here plus 5 marks are given for correct answers and minus 2 marks are reduced for every incorrect answer. So Radhika, she answered all the questions, but she scored 30 marks and she got the 10 correct answer. So first we'll write from the question that marks awarded for one correct answer. It is given how much? Plus 5, and marks awarded for every incorrect, it is minus 2. If she will do one wrong answer, then minus 2 marks will be reduced from her total marks. So first one, Radhika scored 30 marks. And how many correct answers she has done? 10. So then total marks awarded for 10 correct answers, it will be how much? 10 into 5. Why we have multiplied by 5? Because marks awarded for one correct answer is 5. So for 10 correct answers, it will be 10 into 5. So 10 5s are 50. Now we have to find marks awarded for incorrect answers. Here it is not given that how many incorrect answers she has done. So how can we find? We can find by total score minus total marks awarded for 10 correct answers. So what is a total score? Total score is given 30 and minus the total marks awarded for 10 correct answer is how much? 50. So 30 minus 50, it is minus 20. It means minus 20 marks will be reduced from her total score marks. So the number of incorrect answers made by Radhika. Here in this question we have to find how many incorrect answers she has done. So we got that minus 20 she will get for the incorrect answers. So minus 20 will be divided by minus 2. Minus 2 we have divided by minus 20 is divided by minus 2 here, because the marks awarded for one wrong answer, it is given how much? Minus 2. And total marks for incorrect answers she got minus 20. So the total number of marks for incorrect answers divided by number awarded for one wrong answer. So minus 20 divided by minus 2, it will be 10. It means the number of incorrect answers she has done is total 10. Then second one, J also answered all the questions and scored minus 12 marks, though he got 4 correct answers. How many incorrect answers had they attempted? Minus 12 marks he scored. It means he has done many negative questions. First we'll write the given data. J scored how many marks? Minus 12 marks. And he has done how many correct answers? 4 correct answers. Then total marks awarded for 4 correct answer is 4 into 5, which is equal to 20. As plus 5 is awarded for one correct answer, so for 4 correct answers he will get 4 into 5, 20. It means after solving 4 correct answers he got 20 marks, but after solving the correct questions also he got minus 12. It means he has done many number of questions incorrect answer. That's why from 20 he got negative marks. So first we will find the marks awarded for incorrect answers. So how can you find? We can find by total score minus total marks awarded for 4 correct answer. So what is his total score? He got minus 12 marks, and marks awarded for 4 correct answer is 20. We have to minus it. So minus minus plus 12 plus 20, 32, and sign will be of minus. It means marks awarded for he has done incorrect answers of how many marks? Minus 32. Now we have to find for how many questions, for how many incorrect answers he got minus 32 marks. So how can you find? We have to divide. So the number of incorrect answers made by J, it will be marks awarded for incorrect answers divided by marks awarded for one incorrect answer. We have to divide by one incorrect answer marks. So minus 32 divided by minus 2. If you divide this, you will get 16. It means he has done 16 incorrect answer. That's why he got minus 32 marks for incorrect answers. Then next question, question number 6. A shopkeeper earns a profit of rupees 1 by selling one pen and incur a loss of 40 paise per pencil while selling pencils of her old stock. First one, in a particular month, she incurs a loss of rupees 5. In this period, she sold 45 pens. How many pencils did she sell in this period? So let us see. Here it is given that he will earn a profit by selling one pen of how many rupees? Rupees 1. And he will get a loss, she will get a loss per pencil. For one pencil, how many paise? 40 paise. So we have to find how many pencils did she sell in this period in a particular month. For that, she got a loss of rupees 5. So first we will write from the question, profit earned by selling one pen, she will get a profit of rupees 1. So profit earned by 45 pens. She sold 45 pens in a particular month, so she will get how many profit? Rupees 45, which we denote by plus 45, because profit means she will get extra money, so profit will be denoted by plus rupees 45. And loss per pencil, per means for one pencil she will get a loss of how many paise? 40 paise. In a particular month she incurs a loss of rupees 5. It means in one month she got a loss of rupees 5 after selling 45 pens, and we have to find how many pencils did she sell. So total loss is given how many? Rupees 5, which we denote by minus. Loss means extra money we have to pay, so we have to write minus. We will denote it by minus 5. So profit earned plus loss incurred. So total loss will be how much? Profit, how much she earned from selling 45 pencils, and the loss incurred by in a particular month. So therefore we have to find loss incurred. So how much loss did she got? So total loss, here you can see that profit earned is given in plus in this side, so in the right hand side will be changed into minus, and total loss is given of how many? Rupees 5. And how much profit she earned? 45. So minus 5 minus 45, minus minus plus, and 45 plus 5, 50, and sign will be of minus. Here you can see that loss per pencil is given 40 paise. That's why we will change rupees 50 into paise. We know that 1 rupee is equal to how many paise? 100 paise. So 50 rupee will be 5000 paise. It means she got a loss of she got a loss of 5000 paise. Here minus means loss, and 5000, so loss incurred by her in a particular month will be 5000 paise. Now we have to find the number of pencils. So loss incurred by selling one pencil is 40 paise, and which we write as minus 40 as she got loss. So the number of pencils sold, it will be how much? The total loss incurred upon the loss on one pencil. So total loss is minus 5000 paise, and loss on one pencil is 40 paise. So minus into minus is cancelled by minus, and if we divide we'll get 125 pencil. It means if she sell 125 pencil, she will got a loss of rupees 5. Then question number 2. In the next month, she earns neither profit nor loss. If she sold 70 pens, how many pencils did she sell? In the next month, neither profit nor loss means we can say that profit is equal to loss. And we have to find again how many pencils did she sell. So let number of pencil be x. So profit and loss both are given equal. So profit made by selling pens is equal to loss on selling the pencils. How many pens did she sold in the next month? 70. And for one pen, she will get a profit of 1. So profit made by selling 70 pen will be how much? 70 into rupees 1 is equal to loss on selling the pencils. We have taken here let the pencil be x. So x is multiplied by 40 paise, because on one pencil if she get a loss of 40 paise, so for x pencil she will get a loss of x into 40 paise. Now here first we will change into same unit. It means rupees 1 also we have to change into paise. We know that rupees 1 is how many paise? 100 paise. So 70 into 100 is equal to 40 paise into x. So first we will multiply 70 into 100, 70,000. Here you can see that 40 paise is given in multiplication, so in this side we will change into divide. So 7,000 upon 40, if we divide this we will get 175. It means she sell 175 pencil, so that she will not get neither profit nor loss. Then question number 7. In a class test, plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answers, and no marks for no attempting any question. First one, Radhika scored 20 marks. If she got 12 correct answer, how many questions has she attempted incorrectly? So from the question what we have to write? Marks awarded for one correct answer is plus 3 and for one wrong answer minus 2. First we'll write how many marks did she score? Total 20 marks after doing 12 correct answer. So first we'll find if she will do 12 correct answer, how much marks she will get. So total marks awarded for 12 correct answers, it will be 12 into 3. As for one correct answer, she will get 3 marks. So for 12 correct answer, 12 into 3, which is equal to 36 marks. Now we have to find marks awarded for incorrect answer. So how to find? We will find by total score minus total marks awarded for 12 correct answer. As you can understand by one example, for example, if you are having a test of 10 marks and you have done 6 marks questions correctly, so how to find that how many marks you lost for incorrect answer? So we'll 10 minus 6, which is equal to 4. It means 4 marks you have done incorrect answer. Like this you have to find here total score minus total marks awarded for 12 correct answer. So total score, Radhika scored how many? 20 minus, and for total marks awarded for 12 correct answer is 36. So 20 minus 36 plus minus minus. So 36 minus 20, 16, but sign will be of minus as 36 is a bigger number whose sign is of negative. So the number of incorrect answers, now these are the marks for incorrect answer, but we have to find number of incorrect answers. So how to find? As we have seen before in this type of question, we have to divide marks for incorrect answer by marks of one incorrect answer. So marks for incorrect answer is minus 16 and marks for one incorrect answer is minus 2. So 2 8s are 16 and minus is cancelled by minus. So for 8 question, it means she has done 8 incorrect answer, that's why she got minus 16 marks. Second one, Mohini scores minus 5 marks in this test, though she has got 7 correct answer. How many questions has she attempted incorrectly? So first we'll write that Mohini scored how many marks? Minus 5 marks. And she has done how many correct answers? 7. So total marks awarded for 7 correct answers, it will be how much? 7 into 3. And why we have multiplied by 3? Because for one question she will get 3 marks. So for 7 correct answers, 7 into 3, which is equal to 21. Again we will find marks awarded for incorrect answer. And how to find total score minus total marks awarded for 12 correct answers. So total score is minus 5 and marks awarded for 7 correct answer is 21. So minus 5 minus 21 minus minus plus, so 5 and 21 minus 26. So the number of incorrect answers made by Mohini, how to find? We will find by dividing total marks awarded for incorrect answer upon marks awarded for one incorrect answer. It means you have to divide minus 26 by minus 2, which is equal to 13. So the total number of incorrect answers Mohini has done is 13. Then last one, Rakesh scores 18 marks by attempting 15 questions. How many questions has he attempted correctly and how many questions has he attempted incorrectly? So first we'll write that Rakesh scores how many marks? 18 marks. And how many questions he has attempted total? 18 questions. So the number of question attempted is 16. So let number of questions attempted correctly. Here we have to find. So we'll take it as x. So number of questions attempted incorrectly, it will be how much? 16 minus x, because total number of questions are 16 and out of 16 he has attempted correctly x. So incorrectly will be 16 minus x. Now we have to write according to the question. How? 3 into x. 3 into x means here number of questions attempted correctly is x, and for one question he will get 3 marks. So for x correct question he will get 3 into x minus 16 minus x, it is the number of questions attempted incorrectly. For one incorrect answer he will get 2 marks. So for 16 minus x incorrect answer he will get 2 into 16 minus x, which is equal to total score scored by Rakesh, which is 18. So 3 into x, 3x minus. Here we have to multiply 2 first by 16, then after 2 by x. So 2 16s are 32 and minus 32. Then minus 2 you have to multiply it by minus x. So minus plus 2 into x, 2x, which is equal to 18. So first we'll solve x variable 1. So 3x plus 2x, 5x. Here minus 32 is given. So in this side we change into plus 32. So 18 plus 32, 50. Now we have to find the value of only x. So here you can see that 5x means there is no any sign between them. It means it is in multiplication with x. So here in right hand side we will change into divide. So 50 divided by 5, if we divide we'll get the answer. So the number of questions attempted correctly is how much? 10. We have to find also the number of questions attempted incorrectly. So we have taken it as the number of questions attempted incorrectly is 16 minus x. So 16 minus x means this one. So 16 minus 10 is equal to 6. Means out of total 16 questions he has attempted correctly 10 and incorrectly 6. Then we are question number 8, the last question of our exercise. Write 5 pairs of integers a, b such that a divided by b is equal to minus 5. One such pair is 15 divided by minus 3, as 15 divided minus 3 is equal to minus 5. In this question we have to find the pair of integer such that if we divide the two number we should get minus 5. So first one we can take minus 15 and 3. If we divide minus 15 is the value of a and b is the value of b is 3. Now we have to divide both numbers. So minus 15 is divided by 3. So you can see that we'll get the answer minus 5. Second one we can take minus 10 and 2. So minus 10 is divided by 5. We'll get the answer as minus 5. Then 20 divided by minus 4. So 4 5s are 20 and sign will be of minus. Then 25 and minus 5. If you divide again 25 by minus 5, we'll get 5 5s are 25. And we know that if one number is positive and second one is negative, so sign will be of negative here. Then last one 5 and minus 1. So 5 divided by minus 1, if you divide you'll get the answer as minus 5. Or example you can take 1 and minus 5. If you divide 5 and minus 1. If you divide 5 by minus 1, then also you will get the answer as minus 1. So these pairs are not the fixed answer. You can take any pair of integers, but the answer should come as minus 5, or it should satisfy the given condition such that a divided by b is equal to minus 5. I hope you have understood all the questions nicely. So then we will start our next chapter, new chapter, chapter 2, on the next day of our class.